Hello, 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 and welcome to Sunday Live with CWI. We're on a bit early so we can let the notification roll out and everybody can find us. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, we welcome you. My name's Tina, and I'm so glad you're here to just spend a little crafty time together. If you are watching on replay, make sure you let us know that you are watching on replay. Leave us a comment. I'll make sure to comment back. I'm really enjoying reading everyone's comments and just being back to Sunday Live. This is only our 4th week back, so it's been a lot of fun. All right, guys, we're going to make camera adjustments, check audio, and do all the things and be with you in just a couple minutes. Am I looking a little low there?
Low and crooked.
Low and crooked. Oh, wow, that's like two of my favorite things. All right, low and crooked, huh? All right, I'll take a look at it when you get it open there. Let me see. Guess what? I'm low and crooked. Okay. Oh, I'm spread out pretty far, George. I'm just gonna straighten a little. I think I'm gonna straighten a little. I don't know which way is straighter, so there we go. Okay. Yeah. Of course I'm a little crooked. That's like me in life.
Still a little crooked.
Okay, well, why don't you fix it? Because I have no idea. But just don't touch the sides of my phone, and we'll be fine.
I just do it by this. Watch me going the wrong way.
You usually go the wrong way, so I do find that pretty funny. You went the wrong way? Okay. We're working on it, you know? It's all good things around here. You know, I still might be too low, though, when we go in. All right, how we looking?
Okay, hey, we got... What?
Looking pretty good.
Hello, low and crooked Patty White.
Hi, Patty, right?
So,
Okay, that does look pretty good. I mean, I can see my markers, but I don't think that's going to be too disturbing.
we usually can't see your markers.
Yeah, can I get a time check?
It is 58.
Okay, so I definitely came on early. Actually, George walked into the room and gave me the weirdest look. So, hi, Patty. How are you? All right, we got a little chatting in going on since I'm all ready for this edition of Sunday Live. Kind of excited, actually, but yeah, all good things. Been working on a lot of things on my end.
I heard volume.
We got good volume?
I heard volume.
I feel like if they said low and crooked, then they have to be able to hear us, because how else would they, you know what I mean?
Hi, Darlene.
Hi, Darlene. How are you? All good. Okay, she can hear us because she's communicating with us. That's how you know. That's how you know. Okay, looking forward to tonight's video. I thought we'd have a little fun with it.
I'm supposed to be on this profile, right?
Let's take a look.
Create
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. That way when you comment, it's here. Hi, Eileen. How are you? You know what, Eileen? You're having a bomber of a week. Hopefully, we'll give you some fun ideas to get some future scrapbooking in. All right, I did go on early. But normally it takes, we have a lot more checking to do than this,
Bev's on.
right? Hi, Bev. How are ya?
Linda Carnahan.
Hey, Linda. Great to have ya. Where are you joining from, Linda? Are you home? I think she's probably home right now. Linda has a travel bug, for those of you who don't know. She's got a little travel bug. We're always talking about which ship. By the way, Linda, Patty is the one who got me into cruising. So you want to talk about cruising in the group, you know? Oh, good. Everyone's doing good. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a separate video for this, but since we're on a couple minutes early, and I know some people might grab this on replay, I had already decided that I was going to do a short intro about the 365 challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about 365 challenge just a little bit. And I have a lot of stuff here just to kind of give you guys ideas. How the 365 challenge works is you can pick any date you want to start. So for example, if you want to start on the 15th of August, you would start on the 15th of August. The 365 challenge is just that you make 365 original contacts with people through the gifting of your cards, through sending them cards and thinking about them. So you can't bulk 50 cards to one person and count it. I hope that that counts, but here's a perfect example. If I was going to start on the 15th of the month, there are 17 days. In order to stay on track, I would need to do 17. At the 365 challenge, how I'll keep mine is I'll go 365. If I send this pile of cards, and I know that I'm going to be sending 23 of these cards, and I get them all ready and they go in the mail, that's 23 cards. Now, I will tell you, if you're not already sending 365 cards for Christmas and birthdays, and that is what you tend to send cards for, then you're going to have to find ways to send cards. I give a huge shout out to the people who have sent me cards for what I like to call the nothing days that equal everything. And the reason why is perfect example. Jen Tyler sent me a card this past year for National Koala Day. You guessed it, it had a koala bear on it. Now, I did this many years ago. The very first ones I ever did this was I sent cards for National Polar Bear Day. So there are national days you can send. There is an international Talk Like a Pirate Day. So y'all know that I'm going to be making some cards. And I'm going to be working with this stamp. And you mix and match stuff that you have, right? So I'm going to be working with this extra pirate paper. I just had it on top, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to be working with this extra pirate paper that I have left over when I'm done. I'll talk about that later. I got a pirate stamp that I had. Got that on sale. And then I got this Inquisitive Pirate add-on die to go with something else, and I'll share that later. But for you guys, things you can do. Here's a really cute card to send. Make a bunch of these. Sending sunshine your way. That's my little seagull. We'll talk about that later. Okay, but there it is. Look, you can see I already have a big batch of those ready. And you're going to want to batch. You're going to want to do batches. So some things you might be interested in is how about the snow angel? Now, if this is not on the website yet, it's because it's brand new and I got it, but we'll be putting it on the website probably tomorrow. These are snow angels that are puppies and are dogs and cats. Okay, and then they have this. So you find out if there's a snow angel day, there's a book day, there's a butterfly day, there's, whatever, maple leaf day. You just look up National Cupcake Day. There you go. I might pair those together. This one's like, oh, look at this. There's National Turkey Day. There's a National Ladybug Day. There's a National Cat Day. There's a National Hot Chocolate or Coffee Day. There's a National Panda. I think you guys are getting the idea. What I really like about focusing on getting your cards done this way is go into your stuff that you have already bought. And for example, maybe you bought this and you didn't use it. Does that look new or what? So maybe you bought this and you didn't use it and you're like, you know what I'm going to do? Boom. I'm going to make a whole bunch of shaker cards out of that. Okay, now I'm going to be back with more details on the 365 challenge, but tonight I wanted to open up the conversation because my video is not going to be very interactive because it's just going to hit the highlights in the different ways. I do suggest you watch that, but if you have questions about 365 challenge and like the things that I'm going to be doing to meet it, then you can just let me know. It is a goal that I've always had. I actually failed at it several years ago, and I'm like, I need to give that a try. I want to get a 365 in year. It's on my bucket list, so that's where I am. All right, I hope that helps. Let's go ahead and focus on tonight's project. Okay. Oh, George is bringing me comments. This is awesome. Yeah, so those of you, Eileen is doing great. She is recovering from a procedure, and she's also going to be a grandma again. She sent me the news and so excited. Okay, good, Linda. You're home right now. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining. Hey, Tai Tai. I mentioned you. Thanks for that koala bear card. That was awesome. You need more friends in order to send 365 cards. Well, you got some in the Creating With You group, so we will sign up for you. Where do you find the list of national days? They're searchable. You can literally just Google them. Like if you go into, okay, look, I'm going over here. I'm just walking over into my stamps, okay? I'm going to just, here you go. And I'm just going to grab a stamp. I had them right next to me. Like I didn't have to do this one. So I grabbed this one. I could literally look up what is National Gamer Day George, if you get a chance, why don't you search when is National Gamer Day? This is how easy it is. When I tell you that there is a national holiday for everything, Darlene, I do mean like
September 12th.
September 12th is National Gamer Day.
Another date, July 8th, is also observed
Is-
by the
yeah.
gaming.
And there can be a national and an international.
National Video Game Day.
National-
is September 12th.
That's what we would be looking for. So, National Video Game Day. Oh, Sandy, thanks for popping in. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. I don't typically... Well, I'm showing scrapbooking tonight, hun. So, this is actually going to be a scrapbook layout. I am just talking about 365 challenge. I will tell you, there is also a 365 challenge for scrapbooking. And I say if you're going to do the 365 challenge for scrapbooking, this counts as 2 pages. Make sure that you know that. I might be up for doing that one year, but I don't know. I only know, maybe Pauline is probably the only person I know who has accomplished that. All right. Okay. Hey, Greta. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started on tonight's project. There will be more information following about the 365.
Are you keeping my phone?
Am I giving it back?
Oh, no.
Linda Carnahan is just commenting on this National Elephant Day, September 22nd. That's exactly what you do. So if you have an elephant stamp you want to use, you just look up when is National Elephant Day, when is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, when is National S'more Day, whatever it is. Trust me, if they don't have one, let me know.
If your friend has an elephant, you send the elephant a card on that day.
Yeah. Oh, wait. They're actually, I do know somebody who mails birthday cards to dogs. So it happens. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to be focusing tonight. You know that I am very passionate about a new series that we started. And this has been a long time coming. I'm really happy for it. It is One Sketch, 3 Ways. One Sketch, 3 Ways falls in line with everything for you to get your scrapbooking done, to learn how to be creative and remix things, as well as, one second, babe, learn how to be creative and remix things, as well as participate in the Creative Art Challenge. It's all win-win-win. Yes, hon?
Okay, Sandy says I'll hop on after a while, but remember we are having, since it will be on YouTube, she can always catch the replay.
Oh, yeah. Well, it stays on...
Facebook.
It stays on Facebook for only 30 days, but I'm on YouTube. It stays on YouTube permanently. So whichever works for you, honey. And I can see comments on both things now, and I can respond on both things. All right. Did that work, George?
I believe so. Yeah, that just
Okay.
her out.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of our sketch 3 ways, and then I'm going to bring this back in. All right. So our sketch 3 ways, I've already done it. I've spent time. Hi, Linda. All right. I've spent time working on this path for us as a group because I feel like it has a lot of value for where many of us are. All right, so this is sketch 24 in the 2026 book. We do 2 sketches a month. It's a large sketchbook. This sketchbook is this big. All right, so we got lots going on. All right, so we have sketch 24, and I've already used sketch 24 before, but you're already going to see it 3 ways. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 sketches that we have, and then I'm going to remix it. All right, so you're already seeing it 3 ways. I've used it, so it's more than that. So here was, and some of these might still be available. These all came in kits with 6 pages for like, I don't know, $24. This was the, I might be right. I might not. Okay, let's not get excited. For this one here, you can see I've got matching papers here. I brought the colors in. It's all good. It's screaming patriotic. It is perfect for $2.50. Okay, then we have this one. This one was so cute. This one was party animals. It's the same sketch. This one, colored background pages, a little bit of inking. We got through. We did some stickers. Super cute. You have that total vibe that's going on for that little birthday. And then there's this one. And there's this one. For this one here, a few more changes. Once I use this on the American one, and the pocket card. Jeez, give me words, right? Take time to dance among the wildflowers. I really love this. This one, pretty as a picture, turned that way, accented the circle again. All right, let's do something different. All right, and if you guys have any questions about this, let me know. All right, here we go. I'm using some papers from my stash to go with this collection from Echo Park. If you have any questions about any of the products I'm using, reach out to me. If I can, I will send you links, whether I have them or not, but at least I'll share details with you on what it is. This is by Cartabella, sorry. Cartabella, so it has that thicker. It comes with an assortment of papers, 12 sheets, all individual. So there are no 2 sheets that are the same. It's real important for you to know your papers that way. All right, I'm getting very comfortable with that. I don't want to buy 2 packs of every single paper that there is out there. I want to be able to use the papers I have for good things and move on. I grabbed the ephemera because it was in my stash. I actually shopped from my own stash, of course. So I grabbed the ephemera, you know, to do other things. I am going to, after I show tonight's layout, I'm going to make another pre-done page. I think this is very, very specific paper. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but I can tell you this is the second time that I'm scrapbooking Pirates. Escape Room was the other one. I'm going to do at least one more pre-done layout and put it away with my sticker sheet. And then I'm going to take some of the rest. I might do 2, depending on how much I have left. I'm going to take some of the rest, and you guessed it, I will be making some cards for International Talk Like a Pirate Day. All right. I have a history with that I'll share sometime. Who knows? Okay. I have this light dotted paper from my stash. And I have some toffee ink. This is regular, close to my heart toffee ink that I'm going to use. And this is one of our blending brushes that I brought in. They're in my stock. They're like, I don't know how much. I think they're like 2 for maybe $5. They're very nice blending brushes. You can see I use this one for brown a lot. And I wash them. I just wash them and use them for all colors. I am not going to be a person that puts out that has 70 blending brushes. I can't do it. Okay, so I'm going to blend this and just get a little aging on this and wait till you see these dots pick up. I love mini dot paper for this, but I want to go around both of these because the paper in the Pirates, it has this. It has this inking around the edge, and I want mine to be really kind of messy. Oh, not that messy. Now that I ruffled it, I got to be a little soft right there. Okay, there we go. Y'all know how many people right now are going, she's probably going to say she's heavy-handed any second. I am heavy-handed, heavy-handed. So I'm going to do this shadow inking around it. And I don't want anything to look too straight. I want it to look like a very organic kind of aged ink. And I know where my papers are going to fall on this because since we had to get it in a video and I'm long-winded, I went ahead and did some pre-work for this. Okay, I have a couple spots where I put my brush down and it's a little darker. Can you see that? I don't want to leave that by itself, so I inked my brush up and I'm going to go right next to it and make that whole area darker right there, just to kind of bring it in a little bit, like, and I want this to be messy. Okay, there we go. Let's do the other one. How are we making out, George? Does anybody have any questions about what I'm doing?
No, not right now.
Great. You could do a lighter one too, just like a thinner one, just by, you know, going shorter. This is going to give us a little bit of depth. All right. How's everybody enjoying their summer, by the way? I cannot believe that summer has gone by so fast. It's crazy. Like, it's August. All right. I got to do some fun things this summer. We still have a couple things planned. That's nice. But yeah, it definitely feels like it's going by fast. Not with the construction at my house. That's going slow. Other things might be going fast, but not the construction at Tina's house. No. Rain delay after rain delay after rain delay. Then we had an issue with getting an item in, which worked out well because we had a rain delay, so we couldn't do it anyway. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I have this toffee ink, and what's really cool about this pirate is I don't have to ink a lot of this. This pirate collection is I don't have to ink a lot of this for the simple reason that they kind of did it for you in the printing. All right, let's go ahead and clean this up. Me first. Board second. All right, there we go. All right, and then what I like to do is I like to dry. Now, my favorite thing to do is clean with something different than what I just used, but these are great in a pinch. I always have wipes in my craft room. I think we probably all do at this point. So they're great for a quick cleanup, but they're not what I clean my board with when I want to make sure that I have everything. Okay, look at that. See, we're going totally different with that look. It all comes in. All right, now I have this laid out next to me, so I can just grab the pieces off of there and move it to this. So I have completely cut our design for tonight. I want to talk about some of the things that they have. Where you see these little detail focal, detail focal, detail focal, and detail focal. See those? That just means that's where you add an accent. It does not mean it has to be this size either. So you don't have to have circles all over your page. Those can be other things. And you can either put them there or not. Notice I did one this way. This has a title here. I did this way. I did another thing here. This is a starting point for you. Another thing with the 2026 sketchbook, if you look at it, if you really look at it, you will notice that almost all of the layouts are done in a way, not just the singles, but that the pages can be standalone. So this could be a page, or this could be a page. It was done that way on purpose. This can be a page, or this can be a page. So they don't have to have both pages. Many of them, almost all, are able to do that. So that's another thing for you. Like if you are looking to play with this sketch this month and you're a single page scrapbooker, it's there for you. Okay. We're going to bring this in. I'm going to talk about what I got here. Ba-boom. This is my little tray that I'm using. I've done some pre-work. All right, I'm going to chat while I put things down. If anybody has any questions, let me know. George, how we doing?
We're doing good.
Okay, great. So for tonight's One Sketch 3 Ways, this is our sketch. And I have a little bit to do here, and I just wanted to share with you. I use a selfie photo printer. And for me, the reason why I use a selfie photo printer is because, yes, it's easy. But the other thing is I am getting archive quality printing. The selfie, you can literally take the picture off of it when it's done and drop it in water. I've had a selfie for years. You just saw I cut 1/8 of an inch off of my photo. All right. And I'm going to probably cut another 1/8 of an inch off the other way. All right. We're going to cut this. I want this photo here. I'm going to say, do I want to do a little bit more? Do I want to do it? I'm thinking about doing a second mat on this photo. So I'm just checking it out. I'll do another 1/8 of an inch. This way. There we go. Let's take a look at that. That's going to be nice. I do not want to double mat all my photos, but with the selfie photo printer, I do want to show you something. You do not get true 4x6s. So the other thing is if you go to do something like a 4x4, you're not going to get a 4x4. It only can go up to a 3.7 wide. 3.7 is what you're going to get for the printing. So this is a 3.7, 3.7. Now you can cut them off so that they look like they have a white mat around them. And I think you can do these in black as well. And so that is your workaround if you're looking to, you know, do it. Now I'm not going to want that because this is a little old. So you're going to see me cut that when I get to it. But I just wanted to let you know that all my photos as I start working with them were done on my selfie. Yep. All right.
Both Lindas like their selfie.
I love my selfie.
And Mary Christine says,
hi, sweetie. How are you? Yeah, I really, really love my selfie. Okay, I'm a huge selfie fan. Okay, so what I think I wanted to do was bring in a little bit more of this wood grain right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this at 4. There we go. by 5 1/4, and that is probably going to do me nicely behind that one photo. Surprised I didn't miscut that. I did miscut that. 5 1/4. Wait, that looks like it's going to be the same. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's because it's 6. It's supposed to... So it's supposed to be at 6. And this should have been 4 by 6. And now I got to recut it. You got to love it, right? What did I cut this at? Yeah. Okay. It's okay. We have enough for another chance. There you go. Our sense of humor. This is... I would like to tell you guys that this only happens when I'm live. You know, because I'm nervous or, you know, whatever it might be. But no, this is me still scrapbooking after all these years. It's why I always have so many small pieces that I am 100% just ready to make cards with. I'm like, look at all these little pieces I have. Or as we like to call them, miscuts. All right, let's put this down here and see if I like this. All right, I think that's kind of cute. I think I would like to take just a little bit more off, because I was playing with how I wanted that mat to look as opposed to just sizing it. All you have to focus on is the finished size that you have in the sketchbook. Let's hope I didn't take too much now. No, I like that. That's great. I wanted to be able to get a couple more layers in here. And I also want to show how you guys can easily add pieces to these layouts. So I'm going to be adding some pieces. All right, we're going to move it over now. I have my big ATG gun for this. I know it's a beast. It really is, but sometimes it's just the best way to go. I use an ATG because I like how much adhesive is in there, 1, and 2, it took me a long time to find an adhesive that I really love, and I do love the adhesive that I use. Okay. All right, I want to talk about the circle. So when you purchase the sketchbook, I design in Design Space. When you purchase the sketchbook, I give you the Design Space file, all of them, all the Design Space files for free. All right, so you would have these. My plan, notice I put almost no adhesive on this. This is here for effect for you. I will be doing some of my journaling on this, on the Cricut, attaching it to the smaller circle here and having the Cricut write my journaling out on this little piece, and then I'll be adding it. So that is why it's kind of just there for effect. All right, I have a little 2x2 back here of the first mate. And let's talk about this fun little day. We went on a family cruise. It's true, we did. And while we were on the family cruise, Jake had never been on a cruise before. This was his first. And so he asked his dad if he would like to go on this excursion with him. He was like, this excursion sounds fun. Let's go. So they went on this pirate excursion, just the two of them. And they were kind enough to take some pictures for me so that I could scrapbook it. This was George's retirement trip, the first one. Those of you who know the story, yep, the struggle was real. And what we did was they went on this little pirate thing, and after they were on it, it sounded fun before they went on it. They had a great time, but after they went on it, they realized it was for little children. So I cannot wait to tell this story. This is the first mate who helped them board. And there were really some fun characters with it. So this guy is totally in character while he's drinking his punch, looking all mean and nasty. And I had so much fun printing these pictures. I have to tell this story. So I'm really looking forward to getting some facts from them and adding it to this page when I do my journaling. So I'm just putting this up. This was a woman on board who fought. And so I had to get her in. I got the first mate. And then I have some on the others. I went ahead and grabbed the ephemera. I've been trying to grab things like ephemera and stuff like that because I want to work more with it. Not always because I need it. I know I don't need it, but I want to work with it. And I want to get really good at working with those things. And the only way to do that is to play with it. All right, so I'm going to... George, let me know if I move that too far. This goes down the center of my page. And there's a big cut on this as well. This big one, I think this is like 7 inches. But I want to make sure that it shows on both sides. And I'm just eyeballing this. So I went ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on this piece to put it down the middle. And this is just like a quick tip for, you know, spacing it out. I'm just going to rub it. And now this will be like a flap. And now I can take this piece to make sure that I'm going to see it on both sides. You can really see how they've brought in that kind of aged, the antiquing with that color there. See how it's brown there? So it's naturally done like that. And let me bring this in just so you can kind of see where I'm putting this. This big piece right here. See how it comes? This is that piece that I laid down first, and it comes over the side. So I want to be able to stick this under here, and I'm just going to eyeball. See how I have some sticking out the side? Look at this awesome pirate paper. You know that I was excited that I just got to work with a paper like this. Right? There you go. It's down. I'm going to add these other pieces, bringing in some color. One of the papers was a pirate story. And remember, you're going to make this with whatever is your scrapbooking, whatever works for you. You do not always need to copy what I'm doing, but you can. So you can copy what I'm doing with the papers that you need for your layouts. Maybe you want to use paper up out of your stash. Maybe you have very specific needs. Like I have a very specific need for a pirate layout. I'm curious, is there anybody else out there who has a need for a pirate layout? All right, I'm just going to make sure that this piece, this is a little like 3/4 of an inch. I really like to bring in this stripe in. I'm just going to make sure that it's kind of centered from the top to the bottom. Okay. And I'm going to take a drink. Oh gosh, wouldn't it be funny if they said not I and spelled it A-Y-E? Sorry guys, it takes little. It takes very little to amuse me. All right, I have these extra pieces. I'm just going to move this out of the way. I set this up so I could move it over easily and I wouldn't lose my pieces. Okay. For this layout, because there's some tucks and things that go underneath, I actually like to lay my pieces out first. Bev really needs a pirate layout? That sounds like a story, just saying. Okay, so now I'm putting my pieces down. And I want this kind of in the middle. So I'm just going to use this here and here. And I'm just going to lay my pieces out. And how do I know where to lay my pieces? Because the book has this awesome picture in it. Right? It even tells you what you got going on there. And it has all the manual measurements too. It'll only tell you about the size circles that you need. So it's all good. All right. I have that cute little frame. She does too. Really? Yeah. People need pirate. Oh, okay.
She says as cute as it is, she hasn't come across the need for one yet.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Beverly's saying port.
Oh, okay. You had something in a port. Okay, gotcha.
And Linda Bug says she needed one years ago. They had a pirate retreat.
I wish I could pull. I was very proud of the escape room pirate one that I did. I think I shared it actually. Okay, so I like the way this is laid out. Now, I barely attached this one on the top. So see, like I barely attached that. I think that's a piece of French vanilla because I'm really trying to use that up. I am hardcore destashing over here.
Port Deposit has a takeover day in September. A pirate takeover day.
That is crazy. Okay, I really thought that it was going to be like nobody. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this down, leaving a small gap in between my photos. And I just kind of want to make sure that these guys are, you know, friendly wherever they are. Looking here and here. I need to go down just a little bit more before I push there and there. Okay, I'm going to push down on this side. I'm going to slide this out. Now the red I can put down. Here's a little tip for you. If you're going to go back and do your journaling and you're going to create journaling pieces, all right, you can literally put the base piece down and you don't have to wait for the whole thing. Then you can just add the top piece later.
Okay,
there it is. What does?
September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day.
September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's a big thing, and that's
take
why it doesn't.
over.
That is amazing. I have a whole story about that. And so one of my Talk Like a Pirate cards has to go to Diana. All right. I went ahead when I did this and added the little 2x2 of the first mate, and he's the one who put everybody on. When I laid my photos out, see how like I put this one here, like this one's over here, and I have this space right in here, and you'll notice my ship is more over to this way. It's so I can drop this right here. And I can put that on foam tape and add that extra photo on some dimension. And when you put your photos in and you choose and you start cropping them, you can crop your photos intentionally a little uneven to allow for layering of photos. So I don't know if you guys have done much of that, but it is something that I get away from things. I do them for a long time and then I get away from them. I used to layer photos all the time, and I kind of like to bring things back. All right, I have this pirate paper back here, and I really do wish I'm gonna pull it, guys, and fix that. I think that's 2 inches. Let me grab that pirate paper because I cut it off of the edge. So because I cut it off of the edge and it looked like a book, I'm missing the detail of that writing underneath, and I really don't want that. So I want to see if I have that.
Linda Carnahan has a radio station that's called Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio. Okay, so if I do this one right here, I think I might be okay with that, even though there's that little piece at the bottom. Let me grab this cutter and let's cut 2 inches out of this and play with this piece right here. I want some of the writing on the other side. And what I'm getting is just this. And I don't want that. What size do we think that is? Hold on, let's find out what size that is. I'm wrong on my size. It's not 2. It's 1 3/4. 1 3/4. There we go. It's going to be 1 3/4. And then I'm going to cut the tip off. Sometimes you got to think about what you're going to be seeing and cut your paper accordingly. All right, let me make sure that we're at 9 and not 9.5. Okay, 9. There we go. Put that off to the side. I think this is going to be worth it because once again, I was only seeing this. And now when I put this here, I'll be able to see some of that. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and see. They dry so quick. If I was using Distress, whew. Let's just add a little bit to it this way because we're okay with messy, like really messy, because this stuff is supposed to look kind of aged. Oh, acorn is such a beautiful color for this. I actually think the acorn might have been closer, but that's okay. There we go. Messed up just enough. Okay, so I am going to peel this off. And I'm going to want to save it. So this is one of the reasons I love my adhesive. Yes, I have an eraser, and yes, I could use the eraser. But the thing is I don't need to. Just can rub it off and then keep it. I'm keeping this because I really do like this Words. I'm always a huge fan of Words anyway. But I do like this particular one. I think it's going to be cute to add to some of the cards that I want to make. So, okay, there you go. Saved. Let's go ahead and put this on. There's so many national days. I would love to hear like the national day. Like, is there something that you want to do in your stash? Okay, there you go. Or celebrate a national day. I sent out, that's going to be so much better. See, now I have words and not just, white space there. Okay, there we go. I sent in my family text when I started looking into the national days that I wanted to work into my 365 challenge. I put that we had a great injustice in our family because there's a national buffet day. And I was like, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to celebrate this? And I have the kind of family who responds to that. So we had some fun. And my son-in-law Jason was like, I don't know, Mom. We could do a time machine or we could wait till next year. What do you think? So I had a lot of fun. But yeah, just in that one thing I sent them, it was National Blueberry all in January. It was National Blueberry Pancake Day, National Spouse Day, National Hug Day. There was I sent 7.
National Blank Card Day.
Is there a National Blank Card Day?
Eileen Nash.
See? There you go. You send somebody a national blank card and it has a postage inside. You send them a blank card and then you put a Post-it note inside that says Happy National Blank Card Day. That's the dream come true. So you can send
National Corgi
the cards.
Day.
What is it?
Corgi.
Oh, yeah. Corgi is real. Okay. So here's my little overlapping picture that I'm going to put on. I added foam tape to it. You guys saw that. There we go. I'm going to move the little Shiver Me Timbers over. I haven't decided how I'm going to do those yet. I want to add some stickers, of course, when I'm done. I'm already loving this. This is great. Let's bring in the other page. Okay. Here is the other page. Now you can see I have created on the Cricut a ship's wheel, a pirate ship wheel. All right. Isn't that fabulous? I cut it out of the wood grain and then I did an offset to add a little black behind it so I could shadow it, pop it up on some foam tape. The first thing I want to do, I really do want to get rid of this white. This is the captain, and the captain was telling everybody about safety measures during this time. He put his life jacket on, and I'm going to have a lot of fun, but yeah, so I want to cut this one out. And I left that border on there just for you guys to see that you can have them for, you know, that you can get them to the size that you would like them. And what you can do when you have them that way is leave the border on it to be a little bit bigger. I know people who print their pictures that way and then they never mat them. They just use the white photo for their matting. All right, so now I did trim this down. So I now need a 4x4 mat to go here. And I'm going right back to my pirate paper for that. And I don't have to worry about trying to save on this paper. But something I might want to do is use the papers that I don't like as much. This shark paper, though, I could give this to Diana. Because if you know, you know. Herc's, yeah, he'd be down there swimming with those little suckers. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do this in a 4x4. And I'm going to cover so much of this on my mat that you're barely going to make out that it's the shark. But hey, National Shark Day, boom, and yep, I got a shark stamp. National Anything Day. But what I like best about the national days is it will help you use products that you already have. That's true. But more than that, you bought those products for a reason, because you liked them. And what it will have you do is work with things you want to work with. And I like that. So, babe, when is National Butterfly Day? Oh, that's going to be fabulous right there. Okay. So for me, one that I'm looking forward to, we'll see when it's going to fall. Hoping in the spring. I need time. Tina needs time.
14th.
When is it?
March 14th.
March 14th is National Butterfly Day. I know that I can make a whole bunch of the butterfly postage dies cards, and I will love doing all of that stenciling and creating those cards. Oh, that's going to be amazing. All right, I'm leaving about a 1/2 inch over here on the side. Leave whatever you want. Line it up however you want. You do you. I almost wish I had a little black strip right down here or a little stripe. You can add that. Like I could literally take, let me show you. If you don't want to change your sizes, I want to show you this really quick way to do it. Well, as quick as I can find the paper. All right, I'm a sucker for a stripe. You guys know that. And the other side here has this red stripe on it, but I have a stripe right next to it. I'm just going to show you. See, it has that stripe here. Something you can do is, by keeping the same, is cut, 3/8 of an inch and just like line it up on the edge. So you can, add a little more defining border over here if you like. I think a black one right there would look really good. That should not surprise anybody, because I'm always trying to figure out how I can get more black on a photo. All right, I'm going to look at my photos, and you can see, because of the selfie, it's about 1/8 of an inch off from the 6. So I normally just take 1/8 of an inch off the other side. So it's 1/8 of an inch short here. I just take 1/8 of an inch off here. And then it evens it out so that when I mat it, or when I put it on my pre-cut mats, it just works out. There we go. So I did both of those. Look at the pirate ship. George actually got a picture of the pirate ship when they came into port. There you go. He was taking care of his matey. Miss Matey. Sorry. I just thought that was way too funny. I apologize. Got problems. All right. I'm popping this on here. So I have a little bit bigger of a mat, but remember it's 1/8 of an inch. So it's only a 1/16 of an inch when, you know, because you have to go by both sides. All right. We're going to go ahead and put this one on. Now the question is, should the ship wheel spin? Should we make the ship's wheel spin? This is just some black I was destashing out of my stash. I am really looking at a lot of destashing. Okay, we're going to bring this in. Let's take a look at our sketch real quick. All right, I laid that first piece down, and then you're going to bring these in. You can see this one here. We're at about the halfway mark. So what that basically means is when I lay this second piece, I'm going to try to make sure that that's about halfway there. And then this one is less. So you're always looking at just what your overlapping portion is. But all of these are very, very forgiving designs. These are not, or there's a tip for you, like draw the grid lines or, you know, do those things. I'm always looking to try to make the sketches highly usable. Now, for some other sketches that I might have coming up in the future, those interactive ones that I'm looking at, those will be a little different. All right, we're going to go halfway.
Yes, the wheel should spin.
The wheel should spin. Y'all like this fancy stuff.
The Helms wheel should spin.
The Helms wheel. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Look, I don't know.
Who's at the helm? The captain.
I have a picture of the captain.
No,
all right.
You got a picture of the real captain.
I'm just
too.
putting this over. There we go. I really like the inking here.
The real captain is the one behind me and Jake.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Here's the one who actually is the captain, not part of the show. And I knew he was a great guy because he has a Yankees hat on. That's not going to go over well in this group. All right. Just going to line these up. Patty is sending me daggers as we speak. These go pretty close together so you can see this. I did this ship's bottle paper in the back. There you go. Okay, so now we have the circle. It's just, you're just going to slide it underneath when you get here. You could ink this if you wanted to. And I do like to do paper when I'm doing circles a lot of times that is, you know, generic in the direction that it goes. It's not directional, but this one is. So I'm going to pay attention to that. Okay, since I have to make a spinner and show you guys a spinner, let's move this out of the way. Doesn't that look fabulous? It's like revealing it because now it's all together. All right, and think about the other things you can do with this circle up here. Whether you spin it or not, just using another circle object on top of the circle, but you know, where you can see both of them. I think you will really start to open up with all the different things you can do. Okay, the first thing I want to do is put my wood grain on top of my black mat. It's going to make it a little thick, so we're going to have to get through a little bit of stuff here, but we're going to get through it just fine. I'm going to use my piercing tool, and I'm going to need to find a brad, and I'm thinking I'm probably not going to want anything shiny, so let's just see what we have up in our metal arsenal. Okay. By the way, is Jen on?
No, but Patty just commented.
If Ty-Ty's on.
Hold on.
Okay.
Bev commented first, yes, we love the Yankees.
We love the Yankees.
Patty White comes back and says when Debbie and her left the house.
Yeah. Guys, I need to just shift this a little bit. You can see that I'm not where I need to be because maybe this was not a symmetrical one. Okay, so I'm just working it. I'm going to pull it off camera so that I don't rip it. Okay, yeah, hon, go ahead. Thank you.
Debbie said, oh, she seems nice except for that Yankee shirt. So I guess you were wearing a Yankee shirt when you went out and talked to them.
You know what? I don't need friends like that. No, I'm just kidding. That was funny. All right, here we go. So I got it. Oh, see how I'm just a little bit off, and that really bothers me, but it's down. I had laid my piece down. Can I peel? I cannot peel. That's the only thing about liquid glue. Once you get there, I'm going to see. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. It is Cartabella, which is thicker paper, so it might allow me, but it's not going to be worth it for me to, nope, it's not going to be worth it for me to try to rip it. It's going to have to be off center. Let's see, because if not, I'm going to have to recut it. Let's just see how bad it is. I hate it. hate it. I know it's there. Okay, hold on.
We'll just tell people when they're looking at that they've already drank enough of the Pirate Punch.
It's bad. I have to really hurry on this one, George. So you're in charge.
I'm in charge?
You're in charge.
You don't want to say I'm in charge.
I'm really sorry, but I got to make sure I pull this off because this is drying faster than I can pull it off because I pushed it in. I don't even know if I can save it at this point. Which if I can't, you guys are going to hear a cricket really fast. I'm working it. We don't care what it looks like this, but that would really bother me. It was so off. The one side was like right on the line. I mean, it's not now because I've ripped it to shreds, but I'm trying to get to the center and I am struggling. Okay, here we go. So this Cartabella paper I'm using is pretty thick, and I think that's going to work in my favor. Okay.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's working in your favor.
No, it is because it's going to be thick enough that if it leaves some of the white behind, it's still going to be thick enough. And where I'm pulling up the black, I'm probably planning on flipping this over. So, because it is really, the black is coming up in some areas. I just could not deal with that. Like, if I wasn't live, I would probably honestly just cut another one. But I don't know if I have enough wood paper because I already ruined the wood paper. Hey, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us. I'm almost done. All right. If I had just pulled it up instead of trying to slide it, I probably would have been fine. Guys, these things happen. To me, a lot. I think I've made every mistake there is. I'm just peeling off the layers now, and then we should be good. All right. Thank you guys for your patience on that. I much appreciate it. I want to peel up this way instead. There we go. Whoo! Okay, so I'm going to take some of the liquid glue really quickly, and some of the, where I have the lift, I'm just going to put some of that down so that I don't have to deal with it. There we go. And that's also going to firm up any of the pieces that I had. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for this piece is the opposite. I'm going to kind of trim these. No, I guess I can glue them down. It'll be fine. I normally just trim those off, though. I'm going to just glue these down a little bit. I think one of the reasons why I've become so much more relaxed when I mess something up is because I've made so many. Oh my gosh, look at this brand new one that I just cut. Okay. You got it. I flipped it over. All right, let me see. I'm going to try to do a centering tip on this one so I do not mess it up. So I'm just going to kind of match it up. See how it's matched up? I got some nice border around each piece. I'm going to hold it with this one. And I'm just going to glue a piece of it on so that I have that border in place. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to get this one perfect at this point, but it'll be better than it was. I hope it's going to be at least better than it was. I need to see a little bit of black, right? Okay, there we go. I'm sitting it off to the side and flattening it. Let's move on. All right, so I want to put these down, and I'm going to just to the right of my photos, since I want to be able to slide that in. I'm going to place my photos. I want to see a little bit over here. Not a lot. And then my photos should come all the way over and past the third line. Okay, there we go. This one here, I want to do the same thing. I'm going to go a little bit light up in this corner area here is what the area that I'm thinking of. I want to have about the same amount of paper showing here and here, with them both lined up on the left. There you go. Really love that stripe paper. This is that 4x4. Now that I've added to it, it's a 4x4. And you could have went a little smaller on that if you wanted to. I really like the black that's on this as well. Okay. I feel like I need to lock my magnet. All right, I'm going to wait to put that one on. I feel like that's probably pretty dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it. And this is what, if I wasn't so busybody up in my stuff here and just moving, not busybody, so busy in my project, I would have made sure that I got that on straight. I think this one needs glue right here. There we go.
Okay. Question.
Yeah, go.
Do you know the dates yet for the March weekend next year?
It's the second weekend.
The 13th.
Whatever the second Saturday falls on.
The second Saturday is the 13th.
Then yes.
I'm looking at your calendar.
Oh, thank you.
It says March weekend.
Yes, it's this. I got the second weeks again for March
Saturday.
and November. We do have a wait list for November. It went very quickly. So those of you who know you want to register, you know you can always register now and do a payment plan. So that's an option. Okay, there it is. For this circle, let me just show you a picture on this. Oh, did I not? I don't think I pressed that when I put it down. And if I just lay it there and I don't press it, there we go. Okay. So see, for this circle, it comes down and it is behind this one, and it's kind of like behind all three right there. All right. That's kind of so that you get that layering. Okay, we want to make our wheel spin. So in order to make our wheel spin, we can do it two different ways. And I'm going to have this behind a page protector. So do I think my ship's wheel needs to spin? No, I don't think my ship wheel needs to spin.
I want it to spin.
I know they want it to spin, honey, but I don't think my ship wheel needs to spin. So if you want to create the spinner, we're just going to do this to create our spinner. I'm going to line it up like this. And let me grab my pokey mat, the little one, my little guy. And we're going to lay it right here. And I'm not putting anything down to hold it because I'm going through many layers. Piercing tool in the center. Through. Oh, did I make it? Yeah, I did. Okay. Hold on though. I'm going to shove this all the way through.
You know you made it through when you poked your finger.
No, that really hurts. I've done that so many times. All right, there we go. And I'm just working it. All right, like I said, I don't want anything shiny. Let's take a look. Now, wait, is tie on or no?
But, no, she was.
Okay.
She got a comment to say, yes, she's still on.
All right. So I'm going to go for some black, I think. I have a lot of metal. I think I could do the larger black. Let's do a larger black. Or maybe like, we could do a brushed metal or a black. One of those. We're going to have to decide on brushed metal or black, everybody. Jen knows that I just bought more brads. She'd probably be like, girl. Okay. All right, so brushed metal or black, you all decide. Brushed metal or black. And when I put this on, the big thing is I want to attach it in a way that those, the swords and the guns are going to be in the correct orientation. All right. Do we have any suggestion? All right, I love this little ahoy matey right here. I know I'm going to probably put that right there. Oh, he's cute. He's cutesy cutesy. I also found this walk the plank. I might be doing a double circle with the walk the plank. Maybe over here. I kind of like it there.
You're saying brushed metal.
Brushed metal it is. You guys got it. I kind of like this walk the plank at the... Oh, I either like that at the top or the bottom. So look at you guys helping me create. Do we want the walk the plank? This one here. Do we want it at the top? Or do we want it at the bottom?
We don't want it in the middle.
We do not want it in the middle. I have to get my journaling on there. Okay. For our ship's wheel to make a spinner, I do think these spin better when we use some foam tape. So since I'm not going to have the foam tape aspect, we're going to grab one of our brushed metal. Here we go. And we're going to put it through the little hole. Okay. My hole needs to be just a little bit bigger. So we're just going to... I don't want to hole punch it. I do have a hole punch, but the hole punch, even my smallest one, sometimes can be too big for the brads. This is not a good brad. I want to show you this. If you guys can see it, this particular brad is not equal. It has, if you look, this side here is very, very small. Do you see that? That is not a good brad. That's not a brad that you want to use for a spinner or anything because you really need the brad to split and then to hold. You couldn't see it?
Nah, it wasn't in focus.
Okay, let me see if I can get it in focus. Well, I need that. I need to find that one. Thanks, babe. I should have waited for you to tell me whether or not I was in focus. So just picture one side very short. Okay? Picture, see how both of these are nice and even. Picture if one of them was all the way down here.
Was only half of it.
Yeah. That is going to cause you, like, for your brad not to set well. All right. So I'm just going to take this brad now and put it through here. And you can see this is a bigger piece. And now I can turn the brad. It's real important that you turn your brad all the way around, not just the piece. You want to make sure that it's going to be able to move. That's all. All right. And now I'm going to put it through the circle underneath. Ta-da. And here's the important part. Don't push it. Like really, don't like, push it all the way through like that. And when we go to open it, we want to open it a little lightly. We don't want it to be super tight. See how I have a little bit of room in there? Like, look, I can fit this entire thing in there. See that? We want to do it loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. Okay, and now, are you ready? Shazam! I got a spinning ship's wheel. There you go. Now, if you're a person who wants to have this so that it's interactive and people can play with it, all you're going to want to do is put mine's not even. That's okay. This is going under this way. All you're going to want to do is make sure that when you put it in, you put all of this down. You can literally attach the ship's wheel through your page protector into this, and this would sit on top of your page protector. If that doesn't make any sense, let me know. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this down with regular adhesive. I do like foam tape for this, but it's going behind my photos, so that's not going to work. And remember, I do want to try to make sure that I get a lineup of those guns and swords the way I wanted them. Even though I see them a lot less, looks like it's going to go this way. Okay. I got to lift this up and slide this under. There we go. That's going to come across my photos like that. I'm not going to press it down yet. I want to bring my other photo in and line it up and see. I'm gonna lose the whole captain's head. You see that? I'm gonna end up losing the whole captain's head. But if I just take it, whoops, let me hold the captain picture down and slide it a little over. I would still have the captain's head, but why doesn't it matter? Get ready, I'm gonna show you in just a second. And my crooked. Let me look at my paper real quick. My paper goes this way. It's so complicated. This is why we need friends when we scrapbook, right? For when we do something like this. And it takes 4 hands. All right, now I want to make sure I'm getting this kind of at least straight this time. I don't think it matters. I can really barely see behind it. I don't think it's worth it to do that. Okay, there we go. So why doesn't it matter? I can just turn my wheel. If not, we would have lined it up before. But this, I can just turn my wheel before I put it in my book. Okay, there it goes. All right, I'm just going to kind of flatten it out a little bit. And I'm going to shift the wheel because it's gone in my book. There you go. Ta-da! But that's how you do an interaction. All right, so now, did anybody talk about walk the plank? Did we like it at the top? I feel like it covers less of the ship. I agree on that.
Top's the winner.
Top is the winter. I believe it. I agree with all of you. Okay. Poor George is going to have to put up with me talking out of voice. All right. I want to overlap this so I won't be peeling what's going to come on this side right here. So I'm going to take a look at it. And I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to slide this out. I'm just going to peel 2 pieces and leave the one down. Okay. This still has the tab on it. So that way I can pull that right out of there. That's cute. Okay. And I had this A Pirate's Life for Me, but I don't want to cover too much. So let's just see where I can get that. I'm just sliding that right under that photo, and that's going to work for me. I like the Ahoy Matey as well. I thought that one was super cute, but the parrot might not make it. All right, let's go ahead and put in the Pirate's Life for me. I don't want to cover my guys up because they're already so low in the picture. So I'm going to do a little tuck. But when I do the tuck, I'm going to just kind of cover a little bit of that top right there. That's going to go in just like this. This is why a lot of times when you see me do my photos, I'm covering up that top line basically. I do not, and I do it without even thinking about it now. I do not put adhesive around my edges, like super close to my edges, because I am such a tucker. I love to tuck things. Okay, the Ahoy Matey, isn't he cute? Okay. You don't always have to use every piece. All right, so I got this Ahoy Matey, and it's going to go right up here. You guessed it, I'm a tucking. Okay, that's super cute right there. Oh, you know what? I think I'll go ahead and just put it at the top. Oh, I like that too. Okay, there it goes at the top. Let's grab our stickers. How's everybody doing with the one sketch 3 ways? It looks completely different. Every time you're going to work it, it is going to be themed by what you do. And you guys are seeing photos for me. You guys know I don't do a lot with my photos live. All right, there's a couple of things here that I really like. One of the things is I'm always a sucker for like dovetailed anything. I could see me putting a couple of dovetails right down here. I want to look at that. And I haven't spent a lot of time looking at my stickers. I knew that when I got this done, because I had chosen some of the ephemera, that I wasn't going to need that many. I like the Discover. I do like the Discover because this was a new experience for them. But I think I'm going to do this little pop of red right here. And this little shark one would actually bring the sharks in, even though it's not. It would bring in some of that dark blue. So I'm going to do those 2 right there. I love the little spyglass. See if we can find a spot for the spyglass. Oh, I already have one of those on there. Maybe we don't need another one. Notice I went right for the pirates. Oh, there's a captain. Gotta have the captain since we have the captain. All right, wait. Yeah, I'm just making sure. For a second there, I thought it said caption. You guys can make fun of me now. It's fine. Everyone's laughing. I know. All right, I think I like these. Let me put these on, then come back for the other 2 that I am looking at. All right, so for these ones here, I'm just going to stick them right underneath. So they are under the wood one, but on top of the black mat. Okay. This one right next to it. All right, the little spyglass I think is very cute. The captain, this guy is the captain, so I feel like, oh, captain, my captain, there we go. Put that right in the corner of the captain's photo for when I journal that. And then I have this cute little spyglass. I think I'm going to put the spyglass on top of the photo, but it needs a little something extra. Let's see. I like the anchor. I need one little extra thing to go with this, I think.
You need the parrot.
You want me to use the parrot? Was there a parrot?
Yeah, there's a couple parrots.
Okay, look, I got this hook for the pirate. I thought that one was really cute. And I'm going to put that hook right there. Wait, no, was there a parrot on the ship?
No, but Linda Bug says all pirate ships have parrots.
Well, was there a parrot on your pirate ship?
I have no idea. Could have been a fake one.
You guys see what I'm working with over here. Okay, and then of course I do have one of my favorite things is Shiver Me Timbers. That's just one of my fave. And if I can fit this in, it might go right there. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of, do I want to add foam tape? All right, I'm going to put this right here. There we go. And I want to put the little hook down here. Just adding these little extra bits. that we have. Okay, so I need a parrot. Maybe this one? This one? I kind of like this one. Let's see where we could fit it in. Oh, here it comes. The tweezers are coming out. You know I mean business. Okay. It's a hard placement. I don't want to take away from that. I don't know. I'm having a hard time placing the little square one. All right, let's see. Let's go to second guy over here. All right, I think he's going to go here. All right, we need to say parrot or no parrot. Here's the parrot. Parrot.
They want the parrot.
No parrot. I know, but here. Parrot. No parrot. Parrot. No parrot. Okay. And then I can move the spyglass. We'll see what it comes back with. Let me grab my bling. All right, I've already decided that I'm just going to put a couple of black enamel gems. Now, those of you who know me and been with me for a while crafting, I have been using white and black enamel gems for a very long time. I bought tons of them before Close to My Heart left. This is all I have left. That's how often I use black and white gems. They're just a go-to for me. If you've been in my house, you know why. I literally told George we cannot have another black and white room in our house as we both went and we looked at kitchen cabinets, and I don't want to talk about it. All right. I'm putting him on foam tape just in case if it's a yes. If not, he's just on foam tape, so no harm. There we go. He would be like right here. Okay. Okay. Do we have a yay parrot or?
Your choice.
Your choice.
Well, because I have one parrot and one no parrot.
One parrot, one no parrot. Okay. Putting parrot on there. Okay. You can always do more. Okay, one little parrot. I want to get it as close as I can to the wheel, but not, this one's a little, this one here. I want to get it as close as I can to the wheel, but okay, there we go. We have a parrot, people. We have a parrot.
All pirates have parrots.
Let me put this on. I think we're going to be done. We're going to add some bling. Okay, so this is our one sketch 3 ways. You guys have definitely seen it more than 3 ways. I also did this prior with 2 other papers. So you guys are up to 6 times seeing this because I use the sketchbook. You know, the sketchbook is something that I use as well. It's not just like, oh, I'm done with it. I put it out. You guys see me do workshops all the time using this sketchbook. All right, I'm going to do the power of 3 with these. I'm going to do a large, a medium, and a small when I place them. Keeping them all not on the paper. So they're just on the base page. I don't think I want these down here. They're too lined up straight across from the ones right here. So I don't particularly like that. We're going to go here. And there we go. Lovely. Okay, so now I'm going to take my black Le Pen. Black Le Pen. And I'm just going to start adding a few random little dots on corners. And basically, it's just anywhere I want. I'm going to start adding sets of 3 dots. And you're either going to like this or you're not, and that's okay.
All right, question.
Yeah.
How hard is it to learn how to journal with the Cricut?
Easy. Super easy.
Eileen.
Super, super easy. I can do a Cricut short if you like. All you do, have you done any of the, have you used the text feature at all, Eileen? I just kind of let it tell me where I should put a few more dots.
Journaling, and Eileen says yes, please.
Yeah.
And she has not.
Okay. So there's a downside, which is one for me, is that there is, at least not that I know, there is no, like spell check in Design Space. So I love to use Word. All right. But yes, I will share how to do, and I probably already have something out there. I actually have something prepared coming up, and I'll show you that. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. Let's go ahead and take a look. So I added these little black, I wish I had added more on this one. Oh, it's going to bother me, guys. Let me add a few more. Where did I put my
812?
812. Thanks, babe. I really appreciate it. My goal is to be about an hour and 10 minutes, because we do know that we have a little bit of, oh no, I'm fine actually. I did really good. Okay. Here it is. This has really just so much fun. Look at it. I cannot wait to get the journaling on this. All kinds. I mean, it does scream pirate. Really? Okay, so we have our added feature to highlight the circle, which is the ship's wheel, and we turned it into a spinner. Oh, it's because my pictures are not glued down well. Obviously, if you're going to spin it, see how it's going under my pictures? You just want to put your pictures down a little bit more. Mine's going behind a page protector, so I'm not worried about that as much, but you would just want to make sure your pictures are down really well. Okay, so there's our spinner. We've got all kinds of little pirate things on there. There's my guys. All good things. The captain. Lots of good things. I really love how this turned out. And you know what I really love about this? I got to work with a paper that I wouldn't normally get to work with. But the best thing that I like about this is it's done. I'm going to be real honest. If you are a scrapbooker and your scrapbooking has been building up over the years, or maybe you recently found tens of thousands of pictures, and you maybe got pictures and you have a lot of scrapbooking to do, you know what I'm saying. I enjoyed the process. I had a great time. It was so much fun. I got to share it with you guys. I got to share sketch scrapbooking, which is something that I'm very passionate about because it has just served me so well over the years. But my favorite part of this is I'm done. All right. If you understand, send up the happy faces. Send up those hearts because you know it. All right.
So like the layout.
Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you like it. Okay. So this was layout 24. This is our one sketch 3 ways. Now, y'all got to do it. That's it. Y'all got to grab a paper pack, dive in, use up the supplies that you have, and create something fun. This is what I did, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so one of the things I have coming up, and I think it'll work well, Eileen, is I have this prepared here, which is using a sketch and then creating your text in Design Space to go around objects. So a perfect example, this layout that I'm planning on teaching. Can you tell that it's all set up? Yeah. This one here that I'm planning on showing would be like if you put it here, right around this circle on this one, for example, or you put it on the outside of this circle, or you put it on the inside of this circle. So I plan on showing that, but I can also show a straight line with that, and then you just have to play with it. But once you do it, that's with a pen, not print and cut. Those are 2 different ways to do your journaling. The one that I just showed you, this one here, is with a pen. All right. Okay, guys, George, does anybody have any questions? That's going to do it for us for this week.
Linda Bug says, fabulous layout.
Thank you.
Need to walk the plank.
Thanks, honey. I appreciate that so much. I actually really like this, and I'm looking forward to getting the journaling on this. It's going to be a fun story. I may even have to add a little bullet points here and there, but I'm hoping I can overall just get it in here. That is one thing that I do like about Design Space or Word or anything. But Design Space lets you attach it to all kinds of things. You can make it as small as you need to make it to fill your space, or make it a little bigger to fill your space. And that's always nice, changing that font. You can choose different fonts, but be careful going down the font rabbit hole. Those of you who have been to my font classes, you know what I'm talking about. All right, are we good?
I guess we're good.
Guys, thanks for sharing this time with me. I will have multiple videos dropping here on the YouTube channel tomorrow, and I hope to do another live video with you this week about 365. So if you're thinking about doing 365, I will be in to do that video with you this week on the 365 with all the details. I have a page of notes I'm going to share with you and kind of go over the process. So if you are thinking about doing it, go ahead and comment on the 365 challenge post and let me know that you're interested in it. It's a really cool thing to do. But remember, the idea of it is you're choosing to reach out 365 times, once for each day in a year to people. That's the true beauty in the 365, plus the artwork. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. For those of you who are joining me on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you are joining us on Facebook, follow for more crazy, crafty fun. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.